I thank you. I am Stamford Chidge. This is the Chelsea Football Fancast. This is Jonathan Kydd.
Hello.
This is Charlie Skillen.
Hello.
This is Dan Levene.
Hello.
And those are the benches over there, these lovely people. They might wave at you if they see a cameraman on them.
Benches, give us a
wave.
wave.
Benches, give us a wave. Right, now, a bit of a kind of a different running order for the show this week, because we've enjoyably, actually, had a good hour talking about football by doing 3 parts on the football. I quite enjoyed that, actually, isn't it? We don't, you all give me a hard time saying we try never to talk about football. I think we've just done football justice,
smoothly,
really.
other than
We've
discussion of
justice.
your underpants.
Well, I know, but I have to lower the tone.
Didn't seem like an hour.
It didn't seem like an hour,
Flew
did it?
by.
So anyway, normally we would have had one bout of fannies, but we haven't this week. We've only got the one part of fannies, and I'll admit it to you. I think I'll be honest. Honesty is usually the best ploy. Basically, as I said earlier on, Dan and I had far too much fun talking to each other than actually really engaging with the game fully on Wednesday, and therefore I had no nominations for fannies at all. So there we go. So we've kind of got a little bit of a combined one, and to kick it all off, as always, we've got our Man of the Match and the nominations for Man of the Match. Well, actually, I've tried to be clever this week, which is a bit naughty of me, but the first one is Matic. In fact, actually, you've got Mikel there as well. I've given Matic and Mikel a nomination based on their performances over the 2 matches. It all makes sense.
Clever, it's clever.
It is. And I've also given Hazard, a nomination purely based on his performance against Hull, because of course he didn't play against Sporting Lisbon. But I thought he scored a goal, he made a goal, he did clever stuff. He had his, he in his contract, actually, and even you don't know this, and you know everything behind the scenes of Chelsea, but I know for a fact that it's in Hazard's contract that he has to cough up at least 3 Guinness Moment nominations a week, okay, of every game. It's in his contract.
How did you organise that then? How did you get it?
Know people.
You know people, don't you?
I know people that know people who steal things. Yeah. But anyway, so I thought Hazard was great, basically, on Saturday. But I can't actually remember. I think I did vote for Hazard, or did I? I can't actually remember what I voted for, because actually Matic kind of, I think, over the 2 deserves it. I thought Mikel wasn't as stinky as you boys were rudely suggesting earlier. And yet Hazard's performance on Saturday was great fun. Blimey, I can't remember what I voted for.
Picture, what's that about?
That's Mikel. See, the other reason why Mikel should get it, because you see, Mikel scored a goal, and he then immediately did 100 press-ups straight afterwards. You see, because he's that cool.
Clever.
I don't know. I can't remember who I voted for, so never mind. Who are you going to vote for, Dan?
Hazard for me.
You're going to vote for Hazard.
He didn't have the perfect game against Hull, but when he was on song, he looked pretty good, didn't he? And like you say, he set up one and scored the other.
Yeah,
I think that's quite normal for him. He's either wonderful and you think, oh, brilliant, or he's excellent and pretty good in and out. As you said, we all said he flitted in and out, but was still great. So
I've got a lovely Jacaranda chick that's written something brilliant here. Actually, and so is Daniel. Lovely to love the Mikel loving. And Jacaranda chick says, I have lots of time for Mikel. Every manager has picked Mikel, and he does what he's told. Didi Hamann is a joke. I can't argue with anything in that post at all. Charlie. Hazard.
I'm going to go for Hazard as well.
Go for Hazard.
I agree. It's really nice to see him score a header. I think he's only scored one before for Chelsea anyway.
He has. It's a good header, too.
It's a great header. Great header.
Great header. He leapt like a salmon. Yeah, he did. Like a proper one, not one in a tin.
We knew it was going to go in from where we were sitting. Immediately the centre came in, we both went,
That was quite a Guinness moment, actually.
It should have been.
There's a bit of a nomination.
Okay.
It was a great cross from Oscar as well. For that.
It was wonderful, yeah.
Inch perfect.
Yeah, it really was.
Neither of us could remember who it was. Which one was it? It was a great cross. Who was it?
I have to write notes. I would never be like this man here. He's brilliant. I can't see, I can't remember, I'm just a complete waste of space. And that's if I'm sober. When I've had a few pints, it's even worse.
You celebrate well, though, Chidge.
I do, mate. It's all in the celebration for me. You got a bit of a hug, didn't you? You haven't been hugged like that at a football match for about 20 years,
when was the last time I got hugged by complete strangers in Germany, funnily enough?
Oh, yeah.
God, I've never been hugged by so many people. And also, everybody was enormous. Big bear-like people hugging me. And I'm crushed, constantly crushed by complete strangers, with lots of them with very strange body odour. But anyway, I digress.
All right, so 2 Hazards and a...
Well, we're back up. Where were we going? I think Matic, we both agree, I think Matic is wonderful. It's just constantly, even on Saturday, we're constantly going...
we did, didn't we?
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at how he tracked back there. Oh, and he nicked it. And I kept going, come on. Oh, Matic. Oh, look at Matic. Isn't he wonderful? So if we're doing it on both, I think Matic was also great on the Wednesday. So I'd say...
You're going to go for Matic?
Well, I'd say Matic, but at the same time, Hazard was great in flitting in out on Saturday. So
do you know what I think?
You know.
I think I'll help us both. I really can't remember who I voted for, but what I will say is this, is that whilst I agree about the Matic was great over 2 games, but Hazard's performance was more man of the match like.
No, I agree.
He made a goal, scored a great goal, did clever stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
okay. Just as well, really, because this is how the punters have voted at home. 69. I do it in reverse order. Sorry, we don't get. Usually, Sophie does this much better than me. Matic, 12% in 3rd place. How about that? Matic, 12% in 3rd place.
I think people are getting blasé about it.
Mikel, 19%.
I think that's a kind of mercy vote.
No, I think it's not the sympathy vote at all. Hazard, 69%. Shoe in, as they say. Right.
Yeah.
Now, Chant of the match for me was a very interesting affair this week because I could actually, as we said earlier on, because I was sitting next to Jonathan in the middle of the East Stand, I could actually hear all of the ground, and it was a bit of a revelation. Now, 3 particular songs caught my eye. Now, one of them was, without doubt, the loudest, and I genuinely heard the whole stadium singing this, and Andy's nodding. Carefree? Yeah. It was an absolutely rollicking Carefree. It was so loud that even Jonathan mentioned it and almost joined in. Yeah. I think felt under pressure because I was sitting there.
I hummed.
You
I
did.
hummed it a bit.
I did. He did.
Perfect.
He did it like the Goons for some reason. I don't know why. But that was really impressive. But I've also voted for 2 kind of slightly obscure ones. One, the 2 or 3 people who made their way down from Hull and managed to find London basically piped up, I think, sometime during the second half, at which point the shed end, the Chelsea half, the shed end, did, who the hell are you? And I would have given them more points if they had said, who the Hull are you? Because that would have been a bit funnier.
You mentioned at the time and I laughed.
You did laugh, but it made me laugh because when you get a bit of bants and poo-housery, as we have to call it, But anyway, that was quite funny. But the other one, I might have missed this had I been sitting in Gate 17. But good old Branner got the ubiquitous Ivanovic, and I like hearing that.
Yeah, me too.
I love Branner.
Yeah.
I was disappointed. I was hoping for a bit of Philip Larkin is one more than you or something. There
were no Hull references at all.
No, not at all.
No, absolutely.
Ooh.
Phil Larkin is the great
Hull,
I know,
poet laureate.
Chidge.
I know. I've read him.
Yeah.
I had to study him when I was
They did. They you up your mum and dad. Do you know that one?
They don't mean to, but they do.
You up. One of his great poems.
Oh, I've never read that one. I had to do Seamus Heaney as well. Farting bogs and things.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. Anyway, so those are the 3. Those are the 3.
Nice digression.
Out of those 3, what are you going to go for?
What was the question again?
Who the hell are you? Ivanovic and Carefree.
I like a bit of Ivanovic.
Yeah, we all like a bit of Ivanovic.
Carefree, because I think...
It was a cracker, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was
noticeable. All 4 stand. I mean, I sit in the West Stand, which is pretty more...
You always sit in the West Stand?
That's my season ticket,
Yeah. I met your old man, didn't I?
You did meet my old man.
Was it on Saturday or was it on Wednesday?
Wednesday, I think.
Was it?
Yeah,
it was really nice to meet your old man. I was very nice about you, as I recall. I must have had a few beers, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, you were very nice.
I bigged you up, but he's a nice bloke. I like you, that's all right.
Yeah, it's good. Just quickly, I think since the whole kind of media storm after Mourinho's comments post QPR, I think there has been a little bit noticeable, when it does get going.
Absolutely.
I mean, like I said, I can especially judge it in the West Stand, much like you were saying in the East Stand, because the whole West Stand does join in for a bit, and it does add to the whole thing.
I think it has made. I mean, as I said, it was really interesting for me to sit there and really get a whole sense of what it's like, because you just don't hear that when you're where I am.
You do. You hear everything. You hear
I think
Surround
it's made a demonstrative difference in the atmosphere since Jose made those comments. There's a late run here for Chant of the match, but it could be Celery here from the lovely Debs, A.F.C. unofficial. She's just said, and didn't the Matthew Harding sing "What the effing hell was that" to the East Stand when they didn't respond to East Stand, give us a song?
Yeah. I heard about this. Someone just told me about that.
No. I don't think that's true, because if you remember, we did respond.
Yeah.
Because I then started singing a bit, didn't I?
Yeah.
Except I did it.
I think we sang one song. You've only got one song, didn't we?
No, I don't think we sang
to the Matthew Harding.
Matthew Harding, yeah. But I sang. I never sing them properly, because I always think if I sing them properly, I'll be thrown out. So I always do them in a very, very operatic voice.
You're going to
One song, you've only got one song.
What are you going to go for?
Well, I thought the
Carefree, Ivanovic, or who that? Actually, that's quite appropriate.
Well, I've just said when you joined in that one. Who the?
We got 5 minutes.
Very quickly, you joined in. You joined in. You got up, and went. You did that.
I did.
That was when you did.
Is that why your friends were saying?
That's why bloke said to me.
Again.
No, he did. It's good. He was only mucking about. I thought the Carefree was completely
cracking, wasn't it?
But I commented on it.
You
I
did?
said, "Wow, can you hear that?" So
I can't bear the tension anymore. I can't bear it anymore.
Okay, I'll vote for that.
All right. Okay. Oh my God. Well, only 9% vote. Who the hell are you? Which is disappointing, really, for me. But there you go. 36% voted for Ivanovic, which is a monstrous 55% voting for Carefree, which is not a song I warm to.
No, me neither.
To be told, but when it's sung that loudly, all 3.5 sides of the ground singing it. Sorry, 3 sides of the ground singing it. That's more like, isn't it? Or 3 sides of the ground singing it.
I joined in.
Yeah, but one singer doesn't make a song.
Yeah, but there were several others.
But anyway,
clapping vaguely.
I'm happy with Carefree. Right, moving on. Right, Guinness moment. There's some good ones this week, I think, and all 3 of them, as I did say to Dan, I said it was in his contract, didn't I? It's in Hazard's contract. He's involved in all 3. Okay. All right. Now the first one, which is my personal favourite, and it's my personal favourite to the extent that Dave, Abigail, or CFC Science made sure that I remembered to nominate it and vote for it, is Branner's fantastic back heel to Hazard in the build-up to Costa's goal, and then Hazard puts this lovely through.
Absolutely wonderful.
But it was Branner's back heel, which I kind of... there's something about the big Serb, as we should call him, doing something a bit fancy down. It's like when Branner does a Rabona, I get quite moist about things like that. So anyway, Branner's back heel to Hazard. All right.
Yeah.
Hazard, I don't know if you saw this or not, but I remember getting potty about it when this happened. You should remember me getting potty about this when this happened. But right on the other side from where we are, in front of the West Stand in the first half, Hazard chips this pass to Branner, who ran onto it and then kind of juggled with it. It all went to naught, but it was...
I remember, you got really very hot
I did.
under the collar.
Very sticky as well.
You did.
And last but by no means least, I think we have to really nominate Oscar's brilliant cross to Hazard, because it was just inch perfect. And when you've got a small target like Hazard to aim for, there's no margin for error. It's not like if Costa was there, just like hit and hope and it'll find some part of his body. But it was just... But it was like a strategic missile strike.
He looked up. He looked up and placed it perfectly.
I did love a bit of that. Now, I personally voted for the Branner back heel, but the floor is open, Dan. You can vote for whatever you want.
I'm going for the Branner back heel. I like that. Yep.
It's good, wasn't it?
Yep.
I like Branner. I worry about Branner a bit, because when we didn't really talk about this in the Sporting game, but when we had Luis and Aspie playing fullbacks, I don't know, it looked like a bit more normal to me. I don't know why. You know what I mean? It kind of looked like we were playing with 2 fullbacks. In other words, what I'm saying is that I think Branner tries very hard, but there's something about him that tells me he's just not a fullback.
Well, he's been given this new role, hasn't he, this season? He's going forward an awful lot more, which means the guys at the back get dragged about a little bit, which is...
They fill in for him, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do love Branner. Never, ever have a bad word said against him. So that's 2 for Branner.
Oscar's cross.
Oscar's cross.
Absolutely pinpoint. Perfect. I think because we talk about Hazard so much, I think sometimes we're
talking about Hazard.
A little bit guilty of kind of...
Over-hazarded.
Kind of not talking about
Stating
Oscar quite
obvious,
as much. Yeah. I mean, Oscar's just such a wonderful player. He's still so young. I mean, he's at the fulcrum of a lot of our attacks, and that was an incredible cross.
Yeah. So 2 Hazard, 1 Oscar.
Branner back heel.
Branner back heel. I think it's pretty unanimous for us. Benches, what say you guys?
Oscar for me. The peach for cross. Between the 2 centre halves is superb.
Okay, so it could be a split vote there. Apart from it won't be, because the people at home have voted, thankfully. We have no say. We're just here for show. Our votes don't really count. And the results are Hazard, 18%. So they're obviously sharing your view. I mean, when they say Hazard, they mean the chipped ball to Branner. 18%. Branner's back heel, 27%. Disappointed. I thought
very
I'd go for a change. I know Oscar wins, but fair enough. It was a beautiful cross, and it led to a goal. And we did go ooh at the time. It has to be said.
We did. We went ooh. Who did that?
We did. Ooh, who did that?
Yeah.
Who did that? All right. Okay. Last but by no means least is the celery moments. Now, there's a few odd choices here. I should do them in reverse order. I think Mikel scoring his first European goal has got to have celery moment, because it's funny.
Completely,
yeah, it's funny. Funny.
Very funny.
Okay, I can't resist putting in Cahill's dive. for a celery moment. I mean, only because it was funny. Because I mean, you know, I wish I'd had the 0 out of 10 to hold up, because it was just so poor as a dive. Must do better. Learn from the foreigners in the club, for God's sake. So that has to have a nomination. This other one, the final one, you've had it teed up before, and
nobody will vote for this one.
It does require. Oh, won't you be surprised? It does require a bit of explanation. But as you know, I was sitting with Jonathan in the posh seats, and I felt compelled not to be my normal self at the football. But I find it very hard, and I find.
For me, look, I'm up there
and
now.
I find. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Oh, well,
thank you.
That is Jonathan's reaction after I basically stood up when Chris Foy marched towards Louise and Huddleston, and my immediate thought was he's going to, because I've been saying it to Jonathan for half an hour, he's going to send one of our players off. He's going to send.
We were in agreement. We thought
I've been saying he's going to send one of our boys off. So the minute I saw, you know, Louise sliding in, and I didn't really see Huddleston stamp on him, so Foy's going across, going for it, and I was up. Foy, you absolute! I did use the C word, and it was very, very loud.
But happily, there were other people around.
I'd lost my rag by then, and so I was just convinced. And then Jonathan kind of like tugs at my elbow.
The fact that Huddleston was going off the pitch, you know, at a rate you paid no attention to whatsoever.
And I was still shouting at Foy.
You were all the way through.
and
I said, no, look, they're all standing round Lewis because he's injured. It's not because he's about to be sent off. I said, look, this bloke here, Huddleston, here he comes. He's off. He's the one going down the tunnel.
No, I'm still shouting at Foy. And then I sat down. Oh, don't tell anybody that I was shouting at Foy. So I got it completely wrong, not for the first time. But I did uphold proper Chelsea behaviour by
passion.
Using the C word towards Chris Foy. And I have a very loud voice, and I did it in the middle of the stand. I feel very proud of that moment. I upheld the Chelsea fan gospel.
Can I say that a previous Newcastle fan who got up and did that and used the C word was thrown out?
Yeah, well, you can't project like that.
No, but also, to be fair, he did it on his own.
Well, I did it
and
on
he
my
stood
own.
round and but you did it. But at the same time, people were still shouting out stuff at.
Luckily,
Foy.
I got away with it.
Yeah. There was a noise. There was volume coming out.
I'd done so well up till then, and then I just and then when the handball was given, I was going absolutely blooming loopy at that one. I'm just not very calm at football. What can I say? So those were the three. What were you going to vote for then, Dan?
Celery moment. I've lost it again.
Okay, Mikel scoring.
Mikel.
Cahill's dive. Chidge being an idiot.
Mikel.
Okay, I'm tempted with Chidge being an idiot. I think I'd probably vote for myself, but you vote for Mikel.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mikel. Is he scored in every competition now?
He has.
Great fun.
He has. All four of them.
Prolific.
4 goals.
Yeah.
Mikel.
You're going to go for Mikel? You absolute shyster. I can't believe it. Benches, redeem yourselves.
Chidge.
Yes!
I only voted for Mikel because I think
You all vote for me?
No,
No, thanks, Andy.
I'm voting for me.
You're not on the blooming nomination.
It should be.
I've done a 17-hour shift in
Oh,
Lancashire
yeah.
on Friday,
Yeah.
and then travel back on Saturday morning just to make sure I got in time for the kick-off.
Well, I'll tell you what. Will you settle for a round of applause from us lot for being a
Yeah,
legend?
go on then.
There you go.
Oh, thank God.
Nice one. Gaff, are you going to vote for me?
I did vote for you, by the
You
way.
can't. All right. And Andy voted for me.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Good man. Right, OK. I'm very sorry to tell you that with a whopping 99.9%, I win. Actually, no. Sadly, not true. In reverse order, Cahill's dodgy dive gets 8%. Chidge gets 25%.
Well, that's something. It's a quarter of the votes.
So 1 in 4 people who follow this show have a brain. I love you. I love a quarter of you.
Thank you.
Which quarter I don't know, but I love a quarter of you. Which means that the dear old Mikel, a very worthy winner, I have to say, far more worthy than me, is Mikel, 67%. He's a winner. He's a winner.
Been 100% if you'd scored at the back post.
Well, you know, I was very excited being that close. I felt the urge to
Get out there, to dive in.
I did, but I didn't. Anyway, that, I'm afraid, is the end of the fannies for this week. I really enjoyed it this week. It was quite a giggle. Now, we will be back after the break. We're going to have a bit of Chelsea Chatter Stats read by Jonathan Kydd and lots of news as well. See you in a sec.